At 11:28 p.m. local time, 32 minutes before midnight on February 14, 2025, a volcano in Ethiopia experienced the single strongest volcanic earthquake that I have ever seen during my time as a geologist. Registering in as a strong magnitude 6.0, it caused the ground to shake and rapidly move for 30 seconds, presumably causing a major level of damage to a number of structures in the nearby city of Metahara, with the maximum intensity of said shaking in the city looking something like this simulation. I say presumably, as this city, which is normally home to 21,000, has far fewer people at the present due to regional evacuation orders and repeated moderate magnitude earthquakes, which I hate to say many structures in the city cannot probably even withstand these level events undamaged. All of these earthquakes occurred directly due to or in response to regional stresses from the intrusion of the massive 52.6 km long and thin body of magma, presumably with a volume of around half a cubic kilometer of molten rock that stretches between the active Fentale and Dauphin volcanoes. This intrusion began all the way back on December 22 of 2024, seemingly peaked in intensity on January 4, 2025, and had been declining ever since. Yet, while all of these prior earthquakes represented the motion of normal faults from the crust spreading apart due to an ongoing rifting event caused by the magma intrusion, something very strange and potentially concerning was observed at this latest magnitude 6.0 earthquake. What you are about to see is a geologic diagram, and a specific result that many geologists have never seen before because it is so rare. For reference, moment tensor diagrams are displayed through a beach ball circular representation that indicates the deformation and motion of the ground caused by an earthquake. In these, the white areas move towards the blue areas, and what you are looking at represents a top-down view. Here are the typical moment tensors for earthquakes from thrust faults, reverse faults, normal faults, strike-slip faults, and oblique faults. These 5 types are fairly common motions that describe more than 99.99% of all earthquakes. What isn't normal is for the moment tensor to look like this, a ring. This indicates that the entire area which slipped in this latest magnitude 6.0 earthquake subsided without exception in a manner straight downwards. Such earthquakes are called vertical PCLVD, and are seemingly only associated with significant subsidence at volcanoes, primarily through caldera collapse events or through eruptions or intrusions that don't result in an eruption which drain a portion of a volcano's magma chamber. In our latest case, while we are still unable to get someone on the ground to perform an accurate measurement, it appears that at least the eastern third of the existing caldera at the Fentale volcano, which this earthquake was centered under, has subsided by as much as 8 meters or 26.2 feet. The good news is that this specific variety of CLVD earthquake tends to occur after the associated magma movement or eruption has already happened. And, what do you know, the summit of the Fentale volcano has been experiencing subsidence as a portion of one or more of its underlying magma chambers drained away to the north to feed the magma dike intrusion, which is probably at around 2 kilometers depth. The specific earthquake motion is consistent with inward-dipping normal-type ring faults that mark the Fentale volcano's 76,000-year-old caldera rim. If the 8-meter subsidence figure, which is merely a modeled reasonable figure rather than a confirmed one, was to be correct, the subsidence would indicate a volume change of 15.1 million cubic meters, which is a plausible figure given the presumed contribution to the overall still slowly rising magma dike Fentale's underlying magma chamber provided. It is quite possible that the full subsidence has or has not occurred due to this earthquake, so the possibility still exists that more similar CLVD earthquakes may soon occur at the Fentale volcano. However, as if reality possibly wants to throw a wrench in my existing model of this seismic event, for the first time since the magma intrusion began in December 2024, a thermal heat signature was detected within the Fentale volcano's caldera. This could mean a number of things, which in no particular order are wildfires, whether human-caused or natural, hot fumaroles which may have become exposed by subsidence, very hot gas emissions, hot ground, very hot geothermal fluids, or actual shallow magma or fresh lava. However, since January 15, the Fentale caldera has been producing significant methane emissions, which could originate from fresh magma burning away pre-existing coal deposits and diatomaceous earth that happens to exist in buried local rock units, and/or due to methanogen archaea living in hydrothermal fluids which became exposed from recent subsidence. We just don't know which of these is the case yet to determine if the short-term chance of an eruption has just increased at the Fentale volcano. As a final note, I would like to thank my new YouTube channel member Guni DJ for supporting my work.